What's up, guys? Here's another video. Sorry I haven't posted one in a while. My graphics card on my gaming computer crashed on me, so I have to fix that. But I just wanted to show y'all what I've done so far. Is I've rebuilt the axle from each edge of the hub all the way over to the other side. Redone it. New bearings, races, seals, the whole 9 yards. You can tell I've started with the undercoating, and you can see I've done all this. So this has helped out a lot with the tarp. So it's kind of keep the heat off of me. So I've also done the tank, dropped it, and I probably need to put a new SING unit later on. And fix the wires down through here. Well, if I can see it right there. The rats chewed up about 6 or 7 wires, so I was going to try to get that before I put the tank up and started doing all the undercoating. You can tell right there where I've done so far and quit, which is I've got to get it to where I can get to a car wash or something and clean it up. And did some hoses and stuff like that. Just all the kind of maintenance later on stuff you had to do. And got this off of a Ram 50, so I may just go ahead and redo all the lines. I was trying to bend it, but I'm afraid to break it, which is I've got 2 benders, 4 brake lines, which is I guess too lazy to get it. But I broke the other one over there, which is right here. I broke it off. See right there. So that's good. I didn't want to get down the road and it break on me. So that's kind of good. It broke while I was trying to put all that in. Also, I fixed the Mercy brake or parking brake, however you want to call it. It was sticking, so I had to go underneath and take it apart. So I'll show you. I've got it like this right here because the cable up top is zip tied. I don't know if it fell off or that's how it came in, but I got to fix that. Which, as you can tell, I've cleaned it really good compared to the other video. So I'll kind of show you what I've done with the inside. I'm gonna get new carpet sooner or later, but this has got to work for now. This right here, a bunch of wires chewed up, which is I was trying to put this, try to see what these wires went to, which is these 2. There's 2 wires for a cargo light and a brake light, I believe, what I've seen on the schematics for the wiring diagram. So I may have to do something with the 2 different wires or something like that, or find a 2-way or something like that on that. That's just about it, besides the headlight switch, which is, I don't know if y'all know that they have a lot of issues with wiring. And this right here, I had to redo most of the connections because there's a lot of nasty corrosion because that window right there was down. Finally got it up, and the only way to get these windows up is by having the door a certain way. So there's a wire touching or bad ground or something, so I just have to look into that once, because I'm going to try to take this apart to get to the HVAC. You can tell all that rat poop in there. That one's kind of clean, but that one down there is full, so stinking rats. But anyways, the cab lights, I've got new ones are LED, which is, if I can find something like this, put LEDs in them, I would like that too. But I'm trying to find a wiring issue from here to that little headlight switch. Got to open the hood, which is, I finally got the hood to unlatch. You can tell right here it's latched, but there's too big of a gap, and I'm guessing they had the hood off at one point, but you got to pull it real hard, so I probably just need to take it out and grease it up, or put it in some diesel fluid, let it break that rust off. Alright, let me get me a flashlight and I'll show you underneath the hood. Also, I put a new steering box on. See if I can get light. Got me a new steering box on, and I went ahead and undercoated. You can see right there where I've undercoated so far, and I did on the other side too. But it got me a new battery. It cost me an arm and leg, but it was worth it. So, see, 1,000 cranking amps. That's what you need for these older diesels, or any diesel. Anyway, I took the caps off, and the paint was coming off, so I went ahead and hit them with a wire wheel and scrubbed them up, made them look polished somewhat. Got to finish them later on, but I went ahead and put new valve covers on, cleaned the top of the head, make sure some of that stuff wouldn't fall in there, but some did, so I got it out. Oil, all kinds of boots and fluid and stuff like that. Fuel filter, oil, a new, which is, I'm not for sure why the line for the water separator or the sensor is not hooking up to the other one. It was aftermarket off Amazon. And a new grill. I'm having to use my phone because it's a lot easier to upload straight to YouTube. But there's my grill. This right here is plastic dip, so I was just trying to see a good color, just messing around a little bit. And the bumper is going to come after I get it to where I put the flatbed on. So I've got to go get it pretty soon, and I'll have to undercoat it too. So this is so far I've gotten, which is, I should have a lot more done, but you know, I do this stuff for a living, so I have no motivation to get out here and do more on it. But I think that's pretty good as far as I've gotten on it. So I'm trying to find a somewhat of a leveling kit to bring up the front. So heavy up front, so it's kind of, and the year now is hard to find parts for this thing. Springs, if you do find springs for this, they're really expensive. We've got to get a new filter pretty soon. May do some kind of aftermarket thing on that too. I'm hoping the AC system works. So luckily the rats didn't do too much of damage on the wiring, and I'm gonna have to get rid of this by using some kind of fusible link. Maybe get rid of all that cluster of wires. So it's looking good so far. I ain't seen anything major besides the axle. So here's the, which is, I'm gonna explain. This truck came off a farm, so they had to do what they had to do, but there's a better way of doing all that. So they cut the passenger side and took all the guts out of it, out of this one. So I had to buy a hardware kit, and I had to rig up a bunch of stuff to make it work. So I've also took the back plates off and undercoated them, but it's got dirty since then. So I'm just doing a little bit at a time, cleaning them up, and I'm using this right here to kind of break the dust off, and then I'll wipe it down with some brake cleaner to kind of take most of the junk off of it, so it don't look greasy when you put it on. But so far I'm pretty pleased of how far I've gotten. But I've still got a lot of work to do underneath. Got to cut these off and then do a little bit better on these, and then body work. So I think once I get the flatbed on, then I'm gonna take the body mounts off and all that, and I may have to make some special brackets for this flatbed it's going to be put on. But I was hoping to find a bed. The bed on this one was so badly rusted, and it got water down through this differential plate, and it rusted a bunch of stuff. So I had to clean it up, and it took me a while. So I finally got it. But I'm just redoing all the hoses, and I'm making sure all the brake lines and all that work. I may have to put a new master cylinder in it, which is when I press the brake, it don't shoot up fluid, which is it should. I think, unless something different with all that, but I haven't really looked into it. But I may have to get one. So. And then fenders is coming up next, but I went and bought me, or I ordered a 1/2-inch Milwaukee Impact, the big boys. So I'm having to wait for the next go around of parts to order the fenders and stuff like that. So just stay tuned, guys, and we'll go from there. If you got any ideas or something, throw them at me and I'll try them. So thank you, guys.